Welcome back. Let's try a little bit of an exercise here. I'm going to call the server that I have up here something more exciting, like super awesome app. Let's just do that. Now, while this is loading, I want to go through the experience of getting a call in the middle of the night. Again, something that has actually happened to me before. And you get a message saying the app somehow got deleted on the server. Can you re-upload it and have the app running again because users can't access the website? So I'm going to show you the basics of what to do in that scenario. So we have our super awesome app here. And if we remember, we can just access it through SSH. So let me minimize this. And over here, we can just, from our desktop, SSH to our root, and remember our IP address over here. Hit enter. We are now inside of the Ubuntu server that we have bought with DigitalOcean. All right, let me clear this just so we can see a little bit better. Now, because this is a Linux operating system on the server, we need to install Git. If I type in Git here, all right, it looks like the Git command exists, but sometimes that may not be the case. In which case, we'll have to do apt or sudo apt.get. And apt.get is a way to install packages on the Ubuntu box. And you can think of it, it's a little bit similar to npm if you used npm before, or homebrew if you've used Mac before. We just want to install things. So if I do sudo apt-get git, and I have to do install. Then you can see over here that I'm able to install Git, which is great. All right, so let's say that we have the app on our GitHub page. And for this example, I'm just going to go to our Zero to Mastery open source projects that students have contributed to. And I'll just click on the travel guide. And we'll say that the travel guide, that's the one that we want to clone. Well, in that case, I can go in here and say git clone the repo. And I'll say yes. And actually, we'll get an error here because, well, permission is denied because we don't have SSH set up with GitHub yet. So again, going back here, I'm going to use HTTPS, copy it to clipboard, and try that again. All right, if I go ls now, we see that we have our travel guide, and we can go into our travel guide project. And again, if I ls there, we can see that we have our little app and all the files that we need onto the server. How cool is that? And here, if we wanted to, if this was accessible, we can also do npm install. And you see that npm is currently not installed. So again, what do we do in this situation? So now we can just run the Node.js and everything will be installed nice and easy. And we'll see that Node.js is now working on our server. And we can do obviously the same with npm, run npm install if we wanted to, anything to get our app back up and running. But like I said before, I don't want you to get hung up on all these commands. These are things that with stackoverflow.com or Google, you can figure out. Again, these are just commands that we're able to run just like we can on our own computer onto a remote server. Another thing I wanted to show you is, let's say that we have superawesomeapp.com over here, just like I have on my desktop. By the way, pretty nice background today. Anyway, let's say that within here we have our index, script, and style file. So just our website, and we want to bring it up to our Ubuntu box here. All right, so let's say, so the first thing we want to do is we want to exit out of here. We see that we've logged out. We're back to our desktop, our own computer. And here I have installed a command called rsync. So let's just cd into superawesome.com. And from here, we'll just say rsync. And we're going to copy all the files in this directory. You can read up about these syntaxes online. It's not very important for this video, just the fact that I'm copying anything recursively in this folder. And we're going to copy it into our IP address, our Ubuntu box. And we're going to put it in a folder called superawesome.com. All right, so now if we SSH back to our box, I'm going to clear this and let's check out what we have. We have superawesome.com. If I cd into superawesome.com, I see that I have my index, script, and style file all up into our server somewhere out there in New York. Awesome. So there's that power of SSH. We're just able to transfer files and take command of a server somewhere else in the world. Very cool. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.